Hey guys, how's it growing? Jackson here with another video, and today we are doing another care video on a very special plant. It's called the Surinam Cherry. I got it right over here. It's right there. So let me just move all of these plants right here, and we'll bring this guy out a little bit and get to talking. So stay tuned. Okay, so I am now trapped. I moved all these plants over so I can get to the Surinam Cherry, and voila, look what we have here. My sweet little Surinam Cherry. It's got some little lengthy bits right there, but you know, it's looking pretty good. It does have some cold damage right there as well, these sort of dark areas, and then the new growth you can see kind of has some of that cold damage as well. But first off, I kind of want to start out where these guys are from. So these guys are native to places like Suriname and southern Brazil. So a lot of places down south. These guys are probably the most well-known Eugenia in terms of edible fruit. These guys can top out in their native range around 25 feet. But here you're going to get something probably quite smaller, maybe around the 8 to 10 foot range around here. Other more tropical places it probably get quite larger, but around here I don't think these guys get very big. The new growth on here is going to be a nice bronze color, but as you can see there's some cold damage, so it doesn't really show up quite well, and then it turns into that nice dark green color. And I just really like the leaves. I think the leaves look really pretty, and I just can't get enough of looking at this tree or shrub or whatever you want to call it. There are two distinct varieties from what I've kind of seen. It's generally a red variety and a kind of crimson, purplish, almost black variety. Generally the reds are going to have more of a resinous taste to them, so it kind of tastes like diesel fuel. And then the darker colored one, that one is generally sweeter, doesn't have that resinous taste to it, from what I've heard. I've never tried the darker one, but I've only tried the red one, and I did taste that diesel fuel that people were talking about. And you know, it's interesting. It's I don't know. I'll have to see how the darker one tastes. But this guy, first off, I just want to show you guys what this guy kind of looks like at the trunk. So it's pretty small. It's only in a 5-gallon container, and you know, it's trucking along. I bought this as a bonsai, so it wasn't too big. It was, you know, maybe it was definitely maybe, I'd say 2/5 of the size as it is now, mostly because of this really long, these two long branches right here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I probably need to trim it down, maybe try and root some cuttings with it, but we'll see. These guys are pretty easygoing. You can have them in almost any soil condition, so they'll take our clay soil, they'll take nice sandy soil. The only thing they don't like is salt, so if you live somewhere coastal, they might not like it, especially if you get salt spray on them. They can take full sun, though. Here I wouldn't really recommend it, at least not when it's small like this. I'd put it in like part shade, or trying to have some sort of plant to shade it out partly during the day, because it gets too hot. It gets in the hundreds, it'll start getting a lot of sunburn. So, you know, part shade can handle most sun, I'd say. So just something to think about. And then in terms of watering, I'd be generous with watering during the summer, but during the winter, you know, you can let this kind of dry out. hopefully the wind and the cold doesn't affect it too much. It shouldn't really, but you know, just let it dry out during the winter, and it should be fine. In terms of like propagation for these guys, it's usually going to be from seed, or it's going to be from cuttings, or you know, grafting, of course. So you know, you can generally get an okay variety if you plant from seed, or you know, an okay tasting fruit if you plant from seed. But generally, you're gonna, if you really want to get the flavor right, you're gonna want a grafted tree. The fruit ripens fairly quickly for these guys, from what I've heard. From, I think they were saying maybe like 3 to 4 weeks from flower to fruit, so that's pretty good. Does have a low shelf life, and you know, but you can use it for other things. You can probably make some jams out of it, make a jelly out of it, syrup, whatnot. In terms of pests, these guys are gonna get fruit flies like the Caribbean and the Mediterranean fruit fly. These guys can get scale, caterpillars, mealybugs, aphids, red spider, and they can get leaf spot on them, so you know, something to think about. But from what I've seen, I haven't really gotten any pests on these guys. Maybe a little bit of scale, but I really don't think I saw anything this year. So I'll let you know if I see anything else from this guy. Some other uses for this tree, you can use the leaves. It has a oil in it that repels insects, so you know, that might be something useful if you're in a place that has a lot of insects around you. The bark on this guy you can use for tanning leather, so if you're into that, then you can do that. But you don't want to eat the seeds. Supposedly they're slightly toxic, so they can give you diarrhea. So yeah, just avoid eating the seeds and you'll be fine. Yeah, like I said, these guys, they're really easy to grow. The fruit look really spectacular. The leaves look really nice. And there's really not much to say about it other than, you know, it's a really good fruit tree. I'd say this guy is probably about that 3-year mark, so we might see it flower this spring. We'll see. It does look fairly big enough to flower, so hopefully we can get some flowers. But you know, other than that, I think this guy is a really pretty tree and really easy to grow. I hope you guys like this small little video, and hopefully I see you in the next one. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see me do a care video about. I have a decent amount of plants that I haven't done care videos about, so let me know in the comments down below. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.